And without any further ado, hot for 2025, our latest and greatest build, the Rally Concept Jimny Sierra. In this video, join me as we do a full demonstration and walkthrough of how to pack up and pack down your ultimate overland camping vehicle for your Japan adventure. Starting things off, let's begin with the trunk. Very simply, open the rear door, and here you'll find a place for your luggage. For two people, this is the best place to put your luggage while driving. And then when camping, I like it if one person puts their luggage in the driver's seat and the other in the passenger seat. It just means that you can get your items like a walk-in closet. On the rear door here, we have a fold-down table. Very simply, latch 1, latch 2, and it will pop down. You can put the cooker on here, you can put some items on here. You cannot sit on here and you cannot stand on here. To put it back, very simply, lift up, latch on, and latch on. Over here we have the kitchenette system. The team at Overland Campers in Japan will turn on the battery system for you. However, if you need to do it, the button for the AC on and off is simply in the corner here. Here you'll find a fridge, again with a power button on and off. It's a simple operation with 15 litres capacity. To the left here we have pots and pans, a toasted sandwich machine. Behind here you'll find a mocha pot, a typical Asian gas cooker, and also some spare gas cassette bombs for you to use. On top we have the essentials, salt, pepper, olive oil, and behind we have bowls, cups, saucers and plates. There is an extra workspace. You can just pull this out here. Again, cannot sit on here or cannot stand on here, but it's very helpful for doing some prep. It just pushes in and out. Underneath in this toolbox, you'll find all your cooking and eating tools. So knives, forks, and all your spatulas and different tools like that. It very simply just pushes out and then pushes under again. From here, we can pull the whole drawer system out. Very simply, red lever, and the whole system will pull out like such. Here you'll find two camping chairs, a camping table, a stool, which is very, very helpful. And in this bag here, you'll find a fire pit. In Japan, the campgrounds will sell you the wood and or charcoal. Pushing the system back, very simple, red lever, and push all the way in until you hear click. From here, we move to the side Gullwing container box. To open, it's really simple. Just latch 1 and latch 2, and it can simply open up. The first thing you'll see is there's access to power, Type-C, USB, and also Japanese 110 volt. So this is a place to charge things, your devices during the day or the evening. You'll find camping lights, you'll find kitchen towels, you'll find a handy cleaning set. Please clean, wash, and maintain the camping things that you use during your journey. You'll find a Bluetooth speaker, there's pegs and guide ropes for the awning, which we'll talk about later, and also there's a fire starter gel kit to help you light a fire. Lastly, there's also an axe for you to use for chopping wood if need be. To close, it's very, very simple. Simply push down, latch 1, latch 2, and it's closed. Moving on to the driver's cabin. Moving into the front driver's compartment. The Jimny is a simple keyless car. Just put the keys somewhere safe, foot on brake, push the start-stop button to start the engine. It's an automatic, there's a handbrake, there's a place for you to charge your devices, USB Type-C. To open and close the windows, the paddles are found here, and there's also a navigation unit for you to use. The staff at Overland Campers Japan will help you connect your phone or smartphone to the navigation system. Very simply, put in your destination in CarPlay and the information will be relayed to the navigation system. You can also control Spotify and other music apps via your phone. The ETC or electronic toll charging system is already installed inside the vehicle. What this means is on the highway or the freeway, you will see English, ETC, and very simply, that's where you go. Slow down, there'll be a boom gate that lets you in and out of those terminals. And then when you return to us at Overland Campers Japan, within 3 days, the computer will simply tell us the charges for your trip. We then send that to you and ask for you to pay us back. So in short, you pay for your ETC charges about 3 days after you return. The Jimny Sierra is a regular gasoline vehicle. Let me show you where to fill the gasoline before returning the vehicle to us. You might need the key to simply open the gas tank. Simply undo it here, and this is where the gasoline goes in. The Jimny takes regular gasoline, which is 99% of the time a red Bowser in Japan. Definitely don't want the premium high octane, and we definitely don't want diesel. Just remember, regular and it's red. Then simply return the cap at the end of filling the gasoline. Luckily, in many places in Japan, someone will actually come and do this as a service for you. But just in case, please take note, red, regular. Let's move on to opening and setting up the roof tent. First, I'm very tall, but it's still very, very helpful, is to get the handy stool from the trunk. At this stage, we want to do a bit of a safety check. We want to make sure that there's nothing above the roof tent. No trees, no power lines, no obstructions, no buildings. From here, to start opening the roof tent, we always start from the rear. There are two latches here on the rear and also the front. Very simply, pushing the buttons down and lever up, and the same on the other side. Buttons in and lever up. Next, we want to simply push open the roof tent and the gas struts will take over. From here, we go to the front. Once again, leaning over, opening on both sides. Please refrain from jumping on top of the vehicle. Again, if you can't reach, simply use the stool. The final step in setting up the roof tent is inside. Now, importantly, there are a few places where you can actually stand. Of course, use the stool, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also stand on top of the wheel. You cannot stand on top of the car. So we go up into the roof tent, and we can find two safety arms that we need to just simply push into place. So you're going in and out from the ladder from the roof tent. You'll find that there's large zips and windows all around. The bedding will already be inside waiting for you. We recommend that for sleeping, you put the pillows in the front of the roof tent. That'll give you the greatest sense of view and space. But when it comes time to closing the roof tent, it's important to make the bedding as flat as possible and bring the pillows back to the rear of the roof tent. So remember, sleeping pillows front, closing pillows back. The bed itself is about 130 centimeters wide and 205 centimeters long. It's perfect for 2 people or possibly 2 people and a small child. Now for closing the roof tent, it's basically the same process in reverse. So we'll take out the tension and pressure for the side arms, simply pulling them in, bedding nice and flat, pillows to the rear. We can come down. A helpful tip is, if you encountered any rain overnight, it's very helpful to close all the windows about 90%. That will ensure that the wetness stays outside and doesn't go inside on the mattress or the bedding. Closing from the front first. We need to grab this latch and we need to make this section and this section line up. So pulling down, that would be incorrect. That would also be incorrect. What we want to do is get it right on the lip so that you can pull the latch, hooking it on, pushing up. Now that's not locked. You must push the little buttons. And now to the other side. Putting down, latch on, up, and the buttons. Next, to the rear, closing the roof tent. This is ideal for 2 people, but if you're on your own, this is how you do it. You either stand here or here, and simply you want to pull down and expel all the air. And then with one hand holding it while in this position, walking around and tucking everything in. Everything must go in, pushing in, going around to the back. Everything must go in. And then again on this side, making sure everything is inside. When everything's inside, simply pull down. This rope can go in. Pull down with your hand, putting the latch on, up, and pushing the buttons. And again on this side. Done. It's important to note that you cannot stand or sit on top of the roof tent in any situation. Same goes for the bonnet or anywhere else on the car. Next, let's move on to the awning. Moving on to the awning. Now, it's best to get your partner, or if you're alone, just get a nearby camper to give you a hand. It is difficult, if not almost impossible to do just one person alone. What we need to do first is unhook these latches 1 and 2, and then it will pop open. From here, one person will actually physically grab the awning, pulling out of its case and extending as far as they can go. Once you reach the end, there are 2 legs that simply can fold down, and this is where you'll need to get your friend to give you a help. So getting one friend to come and to support the other side, you can extend the legs by a simple twist and extend motion, and then twist and lock into place. And then one person keeping the tension on the awning, the other person will go around underneath and get the horizontal arms. Again, a very simple twist, extend, there's a pin for the arms to go into, twist and lock. Same for the other horizontal arm, extend out into the pin, keeping the tension on, twist and lock. Next, you'll need the pegs and the guide rope from inside the Gullwing. And here, what we need are the 2 ropes and the 2 pegs. There is a little hole here in which you can feed through one end of the guide rope, and then pulling down with your peg into the ground and securing it. There are tension cables to put on the tension, but what you want is a nice 45-degree angle, and the same for the other side. Taking the tension out, nice and tight. Importantly, if you're experiencing medium or high winds, say 15 knots or greater, it's best not to use the awning. A strong gust of wind can lift up the awning, injuring you, damaging the vehicle or the contents. So please use the awning with great caution and care of your environment. There is an additional light that comes installed in the awning. In the side Gullwing box, you'll find a cable, and in the cable box, you'll also find a control unit. You can very simply connect the cable to the light. You can control by using the switch connected to the cable. Remember, of course, when you're putting the awning down, to disconnect the cables and put them back in a nice fashion to where you found them. Closing the awning, it's essentially the same process in reverse. So we'll take our guide ropes off, them up nice and safe, and back in the Gullwing box. Next, you'll need to get the help of your partner again. So grabbing the tension from the front of the awning, one person taking the tension off the horizontal arms, and simply push in. And the same for the other side. From here, we can grab our arms and we put them in the lowest possible positioning. Now, to roll it in, you want to keep it nice and taut and firm, and simply keeping the pressure on while you roll it all the way in. Up and in. You might need to give it a little bit of a tuck in, tucking the awning in, closing it down, latch on, and latch on. We've done the awning. So there you have it. Thanks very much for watching this video, a demonstration and walkthrough of our latest Rally Concept Jimny Sierra. As with all of our vehicles, we hope that you have a safe and pleasant journey with us. It's a learning experience, so take your time, be patient, and you'll work things out. So for now, I'll see you at the finish line.